Does Leon know the truth behind Dexter Morgan? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. And of course, what we're referring to is not the way he likes his toast buttered. No. The fact that Dexter Morgan is, in fact, the Bay Harbour Butcher. That TikTok meme, the Bay Harbour Butcher. Now, obviously, Loel found out on his deathbed when Dexter killed him, but to our knowledge, that is the only person in this wee cult that's found that out, but Big Leon. There is no way Leon doesn't know something else about Ronald Smith. Now, he does show Dexter around, but first of all, he's introduced to him. So let's hear our thoughts. A cheap wee snippet from that review of episode 4. Here's our initial reaction to Leon and Dexter meeting face to face, or in this instance, cock to face, because he's a small man.
Dexter goes there and we get introduced to Leon Prater, who is played by Peter Dinklage. Now,
Man of the manor.
Yeah, now, despite what I think of Peter Dinklage as a person, I'm not going to sit here and say the guy's not a good actor. I think he is. I think he's phenomenal as Tyrion in Game of Thrones, and even in this episode here, I think he done a really good job. Maybe he wasn't, the man, the stature that Dexter was expecting, but, he quickly learns about him. Leon shows him around his, I was going to call it house, but that would be doing it a disservice. This is like
talk about West Wings, East Wings.
This guy's got this guy's built wings on wings.
Aye.
Anyway, he shows him around his house, and then more importantly, also he had to put Ronald Smith's fingerprints onto his thumb. I remember he cut his thumb off in the last episode, so he managed to, I guess, take a piece of skin, or maybe he took the skin off and he's wrapped it around his own thumb to gain access here. Charlie looked a little bit suspicious of Dexter, but I think maybe she's less suspicious and maybe just more protective of Leon, because, even when Leon hit the panic button, you've seen how quickly she appeared, but Leon shows Dexter into his, basically it's like a serial killer hall of fame.
Now, if you want to hear us talk about that room, there is a channel on the video. We talked about it a wee bit on that, and also the review itself, we go into greater detail. But let's just look at the evidence, right? So, if Leon has all this evidence and he knows all these facts, the guy knows that Trinity killed in force. At the end of the day, it wasn't like that was like the Bay Harbour Butcher whole wrapping in plastic stuff and the blood slides. Like, that wasn't out in the public domain, as Lagorta found out, and that's how she got close to Dexter, pal. But you look at Trinity, once they figured out back in season 4, right, he kills and frees, but holy shit, he does kill and force, but he buries the kid, so therefore we've actually no proof of that. Obviously Lundy was a great FBI agent, but even Lundy, even super agent Frank Lundy didn't know that wee fact about Trinity. So it's not like that's a great massive reveal. Holy shit if he knows that. But he knows a lot about Trinity. He knows the hammer he used. He knows about the ice truck killer. He knows about the Bay Harbour Butcher. Surely if he knows about... Right, let's just go through Trinity, right? Trinity's last kill was Dexter's wife, Rita. So, if Leon Prater looked a wee bit into it, surely he would find Rita Morgan dead, right? And maybe a picture of her husband, the guy he's shaking hands with. Then you look at the ice truck killer, the bed he killed him on. You would have to do a lot of digging for this, but here. Brian Moser, Dexter Moser, they're brothers, real brothers, right? And also the fact that he kidnapped Deborah Morgan, who's the brother of Dexter, or the sister of Dexter Morgan. And then you've got the Bay Harbour Butcher, Dokes, and the fact that Dexter Morgan's been accused multiple times of being the Bay Harbour Butcher at this point now. Guy's faked his death, disappeared. Now, you could argue maybe Leon thinks that Dexter Morgan, he might think that Dexter Morgan died back in 2013 in that timeline, but the reality is, he would know what he looks like. So, is it a major plot hole from the show, or is it just a simple case of Dexter thinks he's got one over on this guy, but then the last second, Leon's going to reveal, Austin, it was me all along. You knew all along. I think we could be going down that route. Either way, I'm strapped in. I'm ready to tune in. Well, I say I'm ready to tune in. I've been more than ready to tune in. I've been checking this out for a long, long time. So it's going to be rather intriguing, folks, to see if he does know more. But either way, whether he knows or he doesn't, when Dexter reveals, it's going to hit like crack.